Hey guys, Retro Gaming Maniac here, and today we're going to talk about the HORI D-pad controller. Alright guys, so one of the common complaints with the Nintendo Switch is the lack of a D-pad. Now the Switch does not have a D-pad, instead it has 4 face buttons, and that's just so when you take the Switch controllers off, you can, the controller can act as its own individual controller, the Joy-Con can. So that works fine. I understand why Nintendo designed it that way, but having a Nintendo console that does not have a D-pad is just very weird, and sometimes it can be frustrating, especially if you're trying to play an old school NES game like with the Switch Online service they just released, or you're trying to play a fighting game or something like that that really needs a D-pad. The Switch can get you by in a pinch using the face buttons, but it's not ideal. So this is something I saw at Target, and it's a product that you may be interested in if you're looking for a better experience portably with fighting games and old school NES games or platformers or anything like that. And that is the HORI Switch D-pad controller. And what this is, it's a product that I found at Target, and it's made by HORI, so they're a reputable company, and this is actually an officially licensed Nintendo product. So Nintendo gave them the go ahead and make this, and it's actually a really cool product. And what it does is it's the left side Joy-Con only with a D-pad on it, and if you can see here, it's got a cool Zelda design on it. It's black and gold, and it's somewhat see-through. So it's really cool, and what this does is it allows you to put this on your Switch and just have better control in fighting games and 2D games, things like that. And to me it feels perfect, and if you're like me and you only play your Switch portably most of the time anyways, and usually by yourself, this is ideal, and I have no problems with some of the cons that are coming up in this list. So before we go ahead and start listing some of the cons with this device, let's go ahead and take it out of the box and see what it looks like off of the Switch and then attached. Alright guys, so this is the HORI D-pad controller, and as you can tell, it has a nice black kind of see-through look to it. It feels good. It's kind of lightweight though. It feels like there's nothing in there. It has a nice black and gold Zelda design, and this is the D-pad. This is really the whole reason to buy this thing right here. This is a great D-pad. I didn't find myself hitting 2 sides at once and really messing it up. This works a lot better for fighting games and 2D games. It's very comfortable. It's not rough. It's not gonna hurt your thumb in like long-term use. Here is the analog stick, or the joystick. It feels like an actual Nintendo joystick. It doesn't feel loose or cheap or anything like that. It has a nice click to it. The share button down here, now this is one thing I did not like. It's kind of a rubbery, really soft share button, so sometimes you really have to press it to get it to work. Same thing with the button up here, the minus button or select button. It's very squishy. I don't know if you can see that. It's very weird. It's very spongy. Another thing that I noticed with this is the trigger buttons on these are a little more pronounced. They kind of come up above the Joy-Con a little higher than your standard Joy-Con. So as you can see here, here's a standard Joy-Con, and it's just a little higher up, but it has a nice clicky sound and feeling to it, so that's a plus. It's very comfortable. And if you look on the side here, we get it to focus, you'll notice that it does not have any buttons here. There's cutouts for them, but there's nothing there. This doesn't do anything because, and here comes a list of the cons, this controller is for portable only mode, meaning that this will not work if you take it out and try to use it wirelessly. This Joy-Con does not have any wireless features, any amiibo support, no vibration whatsoever. It's basically just for the D-pad, and that's fine with me. I don't really use the wireless too much. If I'm going to use wireless, I use my Pro controller. And this is made only for portable mode. I mean, this is solely if you want to play fighting games, or side scrolling, anything that needs more precision than those face buttons will give you, and this just makes it so much easier. This D-pad is great. I can't say that enough about the D-pad. But let's go ahead and put it on the Switch and see how it works. Alright guys, so basically I'm going to show you how this Joy-Con slides onto the Switch, just so you get an idea of like how tight it is, if it's like an easy fit, everything like that. So basically here is the Joy-Con. Slides right in, just like a regular Joy-Con. nice clicky sound to it. And I don't believe that whenever you slide it into the switch, that actually makes any noise. So let's give that a try now. Here's the button on the back. It's a little more pronounced. So notice the switch does not make that clicking noise or give you that sound effect like it does when you take a regular Joy-Con off. So it doesn't do that with this. And this is only powered by the switch itself. So actually, if it's not plugged into the switch, there's no way of getting any power to it. But this is what it looks like when it's on the switch. I'll turn my screen off here. I think it looks really good actually. And the good thing is, even though it's slightly different with the trigger buttons being a little more raised than the original, it will still fit in most cases. It may not fit with the tight form factor like the thin case accessories and things like that, but this will still work with most like protective sleeves and whatnot like that. Your controller grips and whatever you want to put on this, it should still mostly work. So the question is how does it work with actual use? How does it perform? Well, I'm here to say it works really well, and I'm going to show you some gameplay of Mega Man using this D-pad. Alright guys, so here we are with the HORI D-pad controller, and we're playing some Mega Man 11. Just want to give you an idea of how it works. There's no input delay that I can tell, at least without using some software. It seems just as fast as the regular joypad, or a Joy-Con, sorry. It's very comfortable to use. It's kind of soft, not like a rubbery soft or anything like that. It's just very easy, and there's no sharp edges, so it's just super comfortable to use. And let's go ahead and check out a fighting game. Let's try Fighter Z. Alright guys, so here we are with Dragon Ball Fighter Z using the HORI D-pad controller, and it is just perfect for a game like this. Now I still kind of suck at this game, but I do enjoy it. Let's go ahead and try a special using this, as that's something that you can kind of struggle with sometimes. That is awesome. Vegeta is awesome. Let's try another one. There we go. All the inputs are very accurate, and just makes it so much easier to play this game portably. And like I said, I usually play my Switch in portable mode. So, boom. Yeah, anyways, I'm getting caught up in the game. But yeah, this is a clear example of where you could really use a decent D-pad, and luckily with HORI's D-pad controller, you can do that. Let's check out an NES game. Alright guys, so we are on the Switch Online service, and if you can tell, there's some new games that have been loaded here. They're decent games. Kind of want to check out this Legend of Zelda one. It allows you to start with like everything unlocked, so that's awesome. But anyways, let's go to something where you really need a good precise input. Let's try where's the original Mario? There it is. It works great, no lag, nothing like that. Everything about this D-pad I'm loving, and like I said, the cons to it is that it has to be connected to the Switch in order to work. It's not wireless, no rumble, no amiibo support. It's clearly just a cool looking Joy-Con that has a D-pad on it, and that's alright for me. So let's go ahead and get to the conclusion. Alright guys, so in conclusion, is this $25 accessory really worth it just to have D-pad support? I would say yes. Like I said, I really don't like how the Switch just has those 4 face buttons instead of a D-pad, even though it does come in handy when you're playing multiplayer games, in portable mode using the Joy-Cons. I'd much rather have something like this. I'm glad the option is there and that it's functional and works great. I totally recommend this product for the price. It's not bad. It's one of the cheaper Switch accessories you can get, and the fact that it works so well is just, it's awesome. Sometimes you get these accessories and they're horrible, but this is a great accessory made by a great company, HORI, and it's officially licensed by Nintendo. So I do recommend picking this up. That's really all I got to say about it. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, and thank you guys for all your support and always watching my videos. I appreciate it, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one.